Hey, you liberal fruitcakes! The NPS! Let's talk about it! I saw a video today of an American flag flying upside down in one of our national parks. Let me get this out of the way. I understand that people are frustrated with the budget cuts coming down the line for all federal organizations. I can understand that the NPS is concerned about these cuts. I love our national parks. I live in a state that is very driven on those national parks. So I'm ambivalent about everybody's concerns. Because one, I believe that the federal government should be as small as possible. I believe that every single organization should operate on the smallest staffing requirements possible for it to be operational. But I also understand that the National Park Service requires a lot of work. So I started looking into it. And it lightened my concerns by quite a bit. So let's just look into the numbers. The National Park Service employs 20,000 employees. That is full-time, part-time, and seasonal workers. Now I can hear you clawing at the screens, saying, "The Trump administration laid off 1,000 workers! What are we gonna do? This is gonna be detrimental to our national parks!" And trust me, I understand the concern. But 1,000 employees let go from the NPS is 5% of the employment. Now that's not even the entire picture. I believe that rather than hiring a whole bunch of full-time employees for our national parks, the federal government should incentivize volunteers. Well, the NPS has 280,000 volunteers every single calendar year for a combined total of 300,000 people. When you cut 1,000 people, that is a reoccurring percentage of 0.33333%. You get it. You're going to say that's still a lot, so let's look into it further. In 2014, National Park Service employed approximately 22,000 people and was on a continual trend of declining employment all the way till current day. Weirdly enough, there wasn't even a big drop during COVID. Now, why was this happening? Now I can hear you yell, "It was a lack of funding!" Actually, weirdly not. Over those exact same years, the federal funding to the NPS increased. Now, not by a ton. In 2015, they had an operational budget of $3.4 billion. And in 2024, they had an operational budget of $3.57 billion. So it increased. That means it wasn't a lack of funding. So it's not a lack of staffing. It's not a lack of funding. Now, the next big argument is, well, more people just visit the national parks now. Weirdly enough, no. In 2015, the National Park Service said they had about 307 million people visit. In 2017, that jumped to 330 million and was like that for 2 years. Then they saw a dip. And then during COVID, that's 2020, they dropped below the 2015 year. In 2023, they had 325 million people visit. Really meaning that the visitation to national parks has stayed pretty consistent over the past 10 years. So while I understand that, people are frustrated with these budget cuts and that it's unfortunate that people lost their jobs, I believe that the best solution is not for the government to create more jobs for the federal government, but to privatize some of those jobs or incentivize the community to take care of their national parks, which is already happening. But I don't believe that the best option is to continue to shovel money into employment, but to focus on us as a community, us as individuals to be good stewards of land, primarily our national parks. So these budget cuts, just like in business, require departments to just kind of tighten the belt. Prevents us from being too complacent. Have a good day!